I see my look progressing to a more otherworldly look.
"23-year-old Vinny O is making it his mission to become a real-life alien."
My goal in regards to my look is to become an exact scientific, proportioned, sexless human being.
Vinny grew up in a small town in Oregon, never feeling like he quite belonged. So at age 17, he packed his bags and went in search of new adventures.
I moved to LA at a really young age, and moving here, everything was always about sex appeal. And when I think of alien, I think of like ugly, like aliens don't really have genders, in my eyes at least. And I connected with it.
Since moving to LA, Vinny has found new motivation and belonging in his pursuit of alien perfection and through his work as a makeup artist.
To get my alien look, I spent around about $60,000. I've had around about 110 procedures. 3 surgeries, 110 procedures.
But now Vinny wants to push his plastic surgery journey even further to where no man or woman has ever gone before.
I'm looking to have gender unassignment. I'm looking to change my genitals so that way there is nothing there, just maybe like a hole to pee out of. I want my genitals removed because life would be easier. I'm also celibate, which actually I've never told anyone really before. Hi, sis.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good to see you.
Good to see you. Thank you for coming today. Yes, it has. Come on in. Things have been really crazy with everything online, but you know, it's all an adventure.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the first time we had this conversation was probably 3 years ago.
Whoa. Me being celibate is my way to be at peace with myself and my body on this process.
I want to support you through that process. You know, I'm concerned with the psychological effects of the surgery that it could have, and, you know, messing with your biochemistry and your hormones, because, you know, we mess up our biochemistry just a little bit and it can throw us completely off. What happens when you decide that you don't want children today, but you may want children later of your own? Have you thought a little bit about that?
Of course I have. I thought about, you know, wanting kids of my own.
Yeah.
But ever since I was 16, I've wanted to adopt kids outside of the system.
I really have a concern about cyberbullying, and those are my biggest concerns, just his safety. I'm concerned about, you know, him changing his mind about surgery, like later in life. But the more and more we talk about it, the more it actually feels like this is actually truly what he needs and wants to be more authentically him.
Right now we are going to Dr. Simonet's because he is absolutely incredible at every procedure. He's one of those very well-rounded doctors. I'm excited because I haven't actually been to a doctor to talk about this, like a surgeon, in a very long time, because I was very kind of like shied and quieted by previous doctors. So I'm excited to see what he has to say. When I tell doctors my goals, they typically will like giggle, not think I'm serious, rush me out of their office, find like another excuse, tell me I need to go see a therapist.
Nice to meet you. Hi, how are you? Nice to meet you. Come with me, please.
Yes.
So first, let's start with why do you want to have this done?
I've been wanting to have this done because, for many reasons. First of all, I don't use my genitals. I'm already into transitioning, but I never really wanted to be a woman. I think that's kind of an easy way out. I feel that it'd be easier just to have like nothing. There'll be a point when I'm finished with plastic surgery completely, and that'll be after I have softened and removed a couple things. But I have a list.
Now, if you're creating a new type of a sexual organ, which is actually asexual organ, we don't know how your body's gonna react to it. The surgical procedure that Vinny wants to have done, it's very unique. It's not been done before. Many doctors will have to take into consideration the psychological aspects of it as much as the medical aspects of it. My main problem with his procedure was that what he's going to think about in 10-15 years, because all the bridges are gone. There's no way to come back to female or male, and he's young, and now he has to live with it until he's 80 or 90 years old.
I personally love Vinny's look because I always like people that they don't look normal per se, or what society says that it's normal. I support Vinny's transformation, becoming a genderless alien. Like I said, if he's ready to do it, I will go with him, be by his side.
I got a lot of good information from him. It's nothing, honestly, that I hadn't already heard before, but I'm really happy that I went to him because he couldn't have been nicer, kinder, and just more gentle about the entire situation, very accepting. So I'm very happy we went to see him today. Of course, I totally believe in aliens. There are definitely aliens out there. Are they here? Am I in communication with them? You'll just have to wait and find out.
Being an alien is more than just my gender. It's how I am, who I am, how my body reacts. It just feels alien. It's not about the attention, it's about self-expression. Hi, I'm Jareth. Welcome to Seattle. My name is Jareth Nebula, and I am an agender alien. I am 33 years old. I have a significant amount of body modifications, 78 stars all over my body. I am going to stop at 333 stars. I also have dull joints. I also have this upside down triangle here, silver from the periodic table on my right arm. This is one of my favorite tattoos. It is representative of the inhuman or non-human identified part of me. I've never really felt right in my life as female identified. I was a tomboy growing up. I've never been comfortable with she or lady or girl or anything. They always bothered me. Basically, for me, I had a lot of gender expression. I played with it a lot, but I never really felt right, and it never felt good, so I was taking it to the extreme because I was miserable. My game of pretending fell apart. I started realizing that I didn't want to be a gender. I didn't want to be put in a box. I'm going to get a chest piece done to cover up my top surgery scars. Nipples were always uncomfortable on my body. I had both my breasts removed and my nipples, so I have complete flat chest. The pain is worth it. My family was not happy about it. Most people I knew weren't happy about it, and they all were like, "You're gonna regret this," and, you know, "Are you sure about this?" I definitely do not regret it. I do get phantom nipple feeling every now and again. That's weird, but it's tolerable. It's just kind of silly. So I was diagnosed with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, a connective tissue disorder. I have to walk with a cane most of the time. It affects the soft tissue of the body. So basically it makes all of the tendons and ligaments too loose and stretchy. One of the issues that I have a lot is my hip dislocating, probably twice a week. My disability makes me feel like I shouldn't have been born in a human body. The hardest thing about looking the way I do is being able to, I guess, tone it down to kind of hide, because I really don't like the attention all the time. I don't want to be like paid attention to when I go to the grocery store. Like not right this second. Sometimes I do like being paid attention to. When you go to conventions, you dress up in these elaborate cosplays and, you know, Japanese fashion and crazy outfits, and you want people to look at you.
This whole look is fabulous. I love your earrings so much. I got them on Etsy. Oh.
Sometimes it can get a little overwhelming.
I love your everything. Yeah, everything about you. Thank you. I saw you from like a distance. I'm like really hard to get more stuff like that.
I got this shirt too. I should have worn it.
This is my favorite Pastel Pixie shirt, like period. Oh, I can't get over how cool you look. Seriously.
I definitely get bullied a lot more than I would like. I'll get harassed pretty much like often. A lot of people that just randomly hate on you. You'll never be anything but a little girl, or, you know, your parents must really hate you. A lot of people don't realize that, you know, that can really harm someone. They don't ask your side of things. They don't take your perspective into consideration.
It feels better to dress up in a place like this because it gets recognized, I guess, and people appreciate it more. And being in a group full of people dressing up is comfortable. It's nice because then I don't feel so alone. It feels good. People are positive here. Like this, honestly, SakuraCon is probably my favorite convention on the West Coast.
I do put a lot of thought into my makeup and how I want it to be for each outfit. I am a professional model and I am a professional makeup artist. Modeling has been my life since I was 15 years old. I absolutely love modeling more than most things in the world. I do get called a freak a lot. Honestly, I don't care because I am a freak and I know that, so I'm proud of that. I wouldn't change anything about how I identify. I wouldn't change anything about how I've chosen to live. I want people to understand that it's okay to be who you are, to always be true to yourself and to how you feel and how you want to look. Don't ever let anybody tell you that you're wrong for being who you are.
My whole life I've wanted blue skin, and every time I've seen someone with blue skin, I've thought I want to be that person. About 4 years ago, I started being agoraphobic, and I'm in this tiny space 99.9% of the time. Today, I'd like to try going out for the first time in 4 years.
Shall we go then?
Chal Verpa Ha. That's Klingon for I like flowers. I wanted to say I like rainbows, but there's no Klingon word for rainbows. I've always been different. Even when I didn't dress different purposefully, I've always been different. I've never felt like I belong anywhere, so I've always felt quite alone. I don't feel like I belong anywhere on this planet, so I've tried to make myself a little world where I kind of feel like I do belong. I've kind of always wanted blue skin since I was a child. Whenever I saw a character in a film, I just think that they were so beautiful and it just looked like home. I'm not actually sure why blue. It's just my skin color that I feel myself in. I think my idea of beauty is people being themselves. I started dressing blue full-time about 2 years ago. My boyfriend, I think, he'd love me no matter what I look like.
Try to do more 80s based, inspired goth based. When we first met Lhouraii, she was doing blue, but not as much as now. It's a way of expressing herself and it keeps her happy. I do think our styles are similar because they're both extreme.
I don't paint myself every day just because I can't afford the amount of face paint it would take, but if I could, I would. I've done quite a bit of research to try and find a way to become permanently blue, and it's not been very successful so far. I've tried taking baths in hair dye. I've tried painting myself with various things, which I wouldn't recommend. I've considered tattoos, but I think it would perhaps be patchy, and also I couldn't afford it. About 4 years ago, I started being agoraphobic. I'm not sure what really caused it, but I do know it was just many different things all adding up together, and eventually it just broke me. For me, it's a fear of people. I live on a boat with my boyfriend. This is where I spend most of my time. I rarely leave the boat. I'm in this tiny space 99.9% of the time.
I do encourage you to go out, even if it's just to the countryside.
Being blue has nothing to do with my agoraphobia. If anything, it would help it. It's not because I look different that I'm agoraphobic. Today, I'd like to try going out for the first time in 4 years to a street. I don't know if I can do it. I've tried before. I couldn't do it, but I've not tried in quite a while, so hopefully I can do it today. I'm gonna try.
I believe Lhouraii will be able to go out today. I think it'll be difficult for her, very difficult, but I think this is something that she wants a lot. I'm slightly nervous about it, but I think she's stronger than she knows. So we're gonna go out and try to go visit town, some place in town. Do you think you'll be okay?
I don't know. I hope so. I mean, you'll be with me, so.
Yeah. Shall we go then?
I think social media helps people. If it wasn't for social media, I don't think people would be as free as they are now. I used to get quite a lot of hate. I'd get people inboxing me, telling me to kill myself, that I'm a waste of space and all of this, purely just because I wore a lot of makeup and like pink and glitter and stuff like that. Now, I think the world is changing. Now I get actually mostly positive comments and messages. Oh my god, I'm actually doing it. Oh, sorry.
No, I don't need it. It's fine.
Okay, well, you get started and you can go.
We're just counting the road.
I don't know how to cross roads. Oh my god. I don't know how I'm feeling, but I'm actually out and God, the sky's so big, I forget every time. Oh my god!
Were you expecting this kind of weather?
No, but I like it. I wish it was snow instead. I love snow.
I do see Lhouraii getting over agoraphobia soon. I've seen small progress over the last year. She's definitely been getting better and better.
It's like it didn't want me to be outside. It's like, get back in your boat, alien.
We should go back inside. I think you might die.
Okay. Okay. Just before I stepped out of the boat, I kind of doubted myself a little, but like I said, that was the worst part, is just going out of the door and stepping out of the boat. It was really, really fun. It was a lot easier than I thought it would be, and I'm gonna keep trying to do it, to go outside some more. You definitely helped. If you weren't there, there's no way I could have done it. I just think people being their true selves, living for themselves, and just dressing how they want to dress, I find that so beautiful. Being blue, it's like an armor that I can put on.